planning. Today's March 2nd, and we've got a few things to cover, so here's our agenda. We're going to start with a team building activity. We are then going to talk about benchmarks and what needs to be on them, review that. Talk about DOK levels, the number of questions that should be on the benchmark. Ms. Hornsby will add anything she has to add, and then if Ms. Levitt pops in, she will add also. So we're going to start with our team building activity, and one of the things that helps a group is to have roles that are established. So we've got, my mama told me not to brag, but. And so why do we establish roles? Why in a team is it best to have roles? How many of you have a strength or a weakness that you feel makes you better at something than other things? So we have to ensure the success of the team, make sure everyone feels that they are held accountable, make it easier to correct and solve problems, to give everyone a responsibility, and not just a responsibility, but a responsibility that they feel they can succeed at and that they have a strength in. So what are some of these roles and responsibilities? You have the facilitator who leads the discussion, keeps people on task, almost the leader of the group, but not the exact leader. The leader is going to be the person that represents the team, goes to the administration, steps in if there's a conflict that needs to be resolved. The scribe is the person that takes notes. This might be the choir person in the group that is going to report back information. The observer collects information and then gives feedback to the team. This is what we might need to work on as a team or what we could just continue to. The encourager keeps the team's spirit up and helps them to celebrate success and learn from mistakes. And lastly, the timekeeper keeps the team aware of the time frame so that you don't get off task and go down rabbit holes when you're trying to do a specific task. So, keeping these roles and responsibilities in mind, I want you to read over them and just which one jumped out to you first? Which one do you feel like, okay, in this team, I think there's one of these that I might be better at. Obviously, we don't have enough in this team for everyone to have an individual role, but some of them could maybe be lumped together like timekeeper and scribe. Does that make sense? So take a minute. After you've done that, turn to the person next to you and kind of explain to them what you think your role would be.
Not being encourager.
Run tools and
Exactly.
I would say encourager, lively spirit.
Yeah, I'm an observer too.
Okay.
When they're down, make them feel like
Okay, so I think we've had enough time to discuss these different roles and responsibilities. Ms. Stewart, which one did you say you thought you would be best at?
Most likely the encourager.
Okay, the encourager. Why did you say encourager? What made you think that that would be something you would
I think team building is a strength of mine. I like to come up with fun activities, things that we can do in school and outside of school.
You started that at the beginning of the year.
Halloween, costume contests, and then the holiday party.
I agree. Mr. Peterson.
Timekeeper, I have a standard analog watch.
Oh.
And I also can speak loud enough to maybe get everybody's attention when I'm working. Okay?
You also are very good at saying, knowing you have things to do, so you don't want to get off task. Coach Scherer?
I actually took a different approach and looked at it as what I would not be good at.
Oh, okay.
And I don't have very good handwriting, so I think the scribe would not be a job for me. But I felt like I could fall anywhere else.
Pretty good. I think that's also important, knowing what your weaknesses are, not just your strengths. Very good.
I would be an encourager as well.
Why do you say that, Shancy?
Try to look at things positively, try to come up with creative ideas, and I'm just trying to be positive. So,
She always has a smile.
she said,
Most days. All right, Ms. Hornsby, what would you say?
I am most likely the facilitator, especially in this group. I think my job is to organize things for you guys, give you topics that we need to discuss, but for the most part, I don't really fit, well, in some ways I fit in a lot of roles a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I think facilitator is my job.
I think so too. Maybe a little bit of leader too. Because a lot of times you'll have to go ask.
Yeah, that's
Miss
true.
Lovin or Dr. Lee. All right, and Ms.
Okay, I was torn between either encourager or observer.
Okay,
And I'm generally a pretty optimistic person. I try to keep a good attitude about things and, encourage other people on how to, keep the right mindset when they're setting out to accomplish goals.
very good. All right, thank you for thinking about these. As we continue throughout the semester, we'll maybe refer back to these and how we can use them in sessions when we're trying to solve problems. Thank you. Done? Did you stop recording?
No.